Hey, good morning everybody. AJ the CEO here, and today we're heading back to Faith Family Worship Center to finish up that last part of conduit from the right PTZ and from the back wall. Finish that up, go through a little bit more configurations. I'm also going to try and start doing an install at my church for the PTZ camera in the back at least, and then we're going to be on a podcast this afternoon. So got a busy day, so let's get today started. All right, so like I said, we're going to come up here, pull a little bit more slack in that cable from the other side, which we have at least 30 feet in the attic. Don't need to go in the attic, just need to pull a little slack on the other side, loop it back on this side so we can have enough space to actually pull that cable back some more so that we can wrap this other conduit up and around, then put a little 90-degree right there. Then this part is done. Do the same thing on this front PTZ right there. Hide that cable that's dangling down, pull it up behind there, and then we're gonna head upstairs. I need to put a wall plate for the wires that we, the Ethernet cables that we have down, so that there's mounted on a wall, and then they can make whatever length of Ethernet cable that they want, because I think the pastor was saying they're going to redesign this and do a different desk and table, so the lengths of the cable that I'm using might not be appropriate for what they're using. So I want to give them enough space to move everything where they want to, so just a jack on the wall is going to be simple. Yeah, so let's get to work. All right, so I finished this side. Now it's on to this piece. I already cut a little sliver of conduit to go right there. And then I'm gonna do a 90-degree behind there, and then this part will be done. Then I'm gonna be moving to put a jack on the wall with 3 RJ45 Cat 6 connections, and then I think I have enough cable to make the cables to go from there to the joystick and the cameras. Yeah. All right, we are putting in the finishing touches. So we got the jack here on the wall. I'm going to terminate these, and this is its temporary position for the PoE switch, but the idea is all the cameras are going to terminate here. When they move this after redoing up here, they don't have to run new cable or anything. They just got to run cable from the switch into this box. So let me terminate these and then we'll be done. All right, we're all done. Kind of clamped it down. I mean, I know this is not the prettiest of things, but I mean, I want to give some slack, because what we could do is also come back and staple down the rest of these cables here, and I didn't have to make any cables. There was enough cables left over here that I can just connect, and this is temporary because I don't know where the final placement of this is going to be. But we got power for everything. Joystick is connected, so if we think this is camera 2, so you can see that we're moving over there. Camera 3 right over there, so we're getting some motion over there. And then camera 1 you can't see because it's right under me, but job done. And I don't even know what time it is. I think, did we set a record? I mean, the good thing is I had so much of it done. So I got here at 8 and it is 9:50. So yay, knocked all this stuff out. Let me pack up my ladder, and then we are heading down to my church to literally rinse and repeat and start hanging the PTZ camera at my church and pulling down that Canon G20 in the back and going from there. All right, we're here at my church. I am trying to find this exact center of where I'm gonna place this. The mount isn't gonna be in till later today. So what I wanna do is put the jack and everything on the wall right now, do all the pass-throughs, pull down the Canon G20, try and relocate it over in the chapel if possible. If not, at least pull it down and get this stuff out of the way. And so that the only thing I really got to do is put the mount, put the camera on the mount, screw it in, run the cables, and that's it. So let's get to work, part 2. Having a little bit of an issue. So that plate that I wanted to use, something like this to make it look all nice and neat, is not going to work because I am hitting sheet metal up there and I don't have the bit or anything to drill through that. So there's already 2 holes there originally from what we did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the pre-made SDI cables that we originally had that were running from the camera to a HDMI to SDI splitter, which made dual SDIs. One went into the switcher, the other one went into our multi-view monitor. Those are going to be my 2 cables that now power feed the video from the PTZ as well as the Marshall. So I'm just going to cut those ends and feed them through the hole, then re-terminate them, and then the other hole that's above that is more than enough space for me to fit the 3 Cat 6 cables through. So it's not going to be as nice as I wanted it to be, but it will still work. So let's do that. All right, I got as much done as I possibly could. The white cable that I had going to that one didn't work. I'm thinking I just didn't terminate it right, but I terminated with the black cable, and this back one is working. Everything is going through the wall. I need to get some shorter screws for my plates. All the cables are there. The mount for the PTZ should be here today. So everything is there. So I technically just got to line up here with the exit sign and put it right about there so that I'm not hitting the light. And I'm gonna flip it upside down. And that's it. I already took the other arm down and I have it on the other side of over at the chapel. So when I have more time, I will try and mount that and then route it up into the ATEM television studio over there. And I did switch to my phone because I guess I left my camera on and the battery is dead and I just didn't have enough time. I'm leaving all my stuff here, cleaned up as much as I could. I'll be back to clean up everything, drilled another hole upstairs to fish all the cables through the desk, and everything is good to go. I just need to get the mount, put the mount up there, get some smaller screws, put the plate, clean it up, and then do the same thing on the other side, and we should be good to go. And I'm gonna be here tomorrow anyway before choir rehearsal, so I might try and get here around like 1 o'clock and try and work throughout the day up until choir rehearsal and go from there. So let's head home and let's get ready for this podcast. All right, I just walked in and wouldn't you imagine, the mounts were just delivered. So I don't know what this other one is, but anyway, we got what we need. We're gonna be there tomorrow to knock that out, and maybe we can hang the other mount on the other side. Well, you never know. So let me get cleaned up, go ahead and eat, and then get prepared for the podcast that I'm supposed to be on is at 4, but sound check and everything is at 3:30. So I really don't even know what we're gonna be talking about, but hey, I will put a link down below to where it's gonna be. So if y'all are interested, y'all can check it out. All right, we are back here at church. I got the other mounts, so I'm about ready to go up and hang that right now. And I think I may be able to go back to the original plan and put a plate on the wall. I actually found I need to get a carbide tip blade. I should be able to cut through that, but then I think I might have to get that anyway for the mounts, because it looks like the screws that are going to go in the wall are just as long as the other ones, and I won't be able to go all the way through the drywall, so I might have to head to the store and do that anyway. I'm gonna probably just mark where this is gonna go, and then I'm gonna go to the store, get some stuff, and then come back and try and knock this stuff out. All right, folks, I'm back here a lot later than I thought. It's almost, I think, what is it, Jill, like 8:30, something like that? Oh, 20 minutes to 9. So anyway, I finished. So as you can see, it's all mounted. Everything is done. I was able to cut a hole with the carbide tip. So I actually have it flush on there. Everything is done. It's configured. Everything is cool. The only thing I got to do now is whenever we get another one, I can mount that one. And then when I get a later time, move the camera I took down, put into the chapel, and we're done. But I'm done for the day. Let me get out of Joe's hair because he's waiting for me so he can lock up, and then we up out of here. See y'all tomorrow.